Well, folks, in today's video, we're going to be, testing out some of the new stuff I got, because, in case you can't tell, I just got a few more things. I mean, it's not that much. I mean, I only just got, only 3 more engines. It's not that much. I also just got some passenger cars, and, it's really not that much. I was just kidding, that was a joke, but in today's video, we're actually going to be testing out, the new engines I actually got. Some of these I'll just run again, because it's a great way to see, what works and what doesn't work. But anyways, let's move on to the video. Oh, and an honorable mention to my friend Ethan, who's here. Man, quit doing. Alright, so the first locomotive on our list is a Burlington Northern FP45, which I recently got. But yeah, I actually recently got this, and I want to show y'all the motor. It looks pretty cool. So this is actually the FP45 without a shell on. The motor on this, this part right here was actually leaning this way, so I just kind of jammed it back into its position, and yeah, works pretty well. I think I just actually fixed it. But yeah, it still got the cab light and everything. But over with the talking, let's get to the running. Alright, so let's give the 6-axle road diesel some power. It makes a weird dirt bike noise when it goes backwards, but I think it's just kind of a cool noise. Got working cab lights still too. Takes a while to slow down too. No power. Takes forever to stop. Kind of like my Amtrak P42 DC, which we'll run in a little bit. But, yeah, on to the next one. Alright, so this next one's actually going to be a CSX GP15. I actually got this one for my birthday. It was only $98. I saw it in a hobby store. And this was, maybe a month or so after my birthday, so I had to grind through a year and a half just to get it. And I eventually did that, and I got it with these 2 freight cars, which we'll get to in a few. But enough talking, let's give it some power. Oh yeah, I forgot. Did I mention it has directional lighting? So whenever I turn it on, the front headlight will come on. Then whenever I flip the direction around, the back headlight will come on, which I think is kind of nice. Despite it being the cheapest engine I've probably ever seen, well, probably besides U2 and the Pacific Switcher, we'll get to in a minute. Yeah, it's one of the cheapest, probably the 4th cheapest I've ever seen. But anyways, on to the next one. If you're a long-time viewer of this channel, you might recognize this one. This is the engine I've had for many years and many more years to come. This is a BNSF GP 40-2R number 3001. It's actually the first HO scale engine I've actually ever got. Probably mentioned that in too many videos I could count. But yeah, despite it being in a set, and sets aren't really that realistic, just kind of look at the detail in the trucks. Sorry if the camera's a little blurry. It's kind of a avocado phone to record on like that. But, hand the turn off the light real quick. There we go. Anyways, let's give it some power. It runs like a champ despite it being 3 years old, coming up on 4. Doesn't have directional lighting. All the headlights come on whenever it moves. Sure, I'll accept it. Anyways, on to the next one. Up next, we got one of my favorite ones. It's a Jeep of some sorts. I'm not quite sure the type. But, it's one of my favorites because, there's barely any fans on the top. Just kind of gives it, that smoothed off look. But my only issue with it is that it doesn't have any hand railings. But it does have both couplers, though, so, I mean, it's a bonus, so. And still got the horn. Anyways, it worked in cab light, too. How'd that tree just fall over? Did you just throw that? What? Oh, this tree fell down. It might have just been a tree, never mind. Cab light is bright too, God. Blind the driver, Jesus. Blind the driver just by driving it. Leave it alone. Anyways, on to the next one. For this next engine, you might need a little bit of a headphone warning, since this one is really loud, just in case any of y'all are listening to this on the headphones, because this one's pretty loud, but one of my favorite things about it is the chrome plate, but what's not one of my favorite things is the stupid pancake motor, or whatever it's called. Look at how ugly this thing looks. Oh, the camera's getting laggy. Oh, God. There we go. But yeah, look at how ugly it looks. Just looks like someone just put a piece of metal on there with one of those cheap eBay motors and then just wired it up to some random connections. But anyways, enough with that. Let's run it. Alright, we're back. So let's give it some power. This thing is loud. Alright, reverse. This thing tends to derail at high speeds for some reason. Probably because it only has one traction tire. But, yeah, anyways, on to the next one. Alright, up next is this Amtrak P42DC, which I actually got on a train show a few years ago. Still got the horn tag, too, despite it being made and, like, not even used for, like, 15 years. But, anyways, let's give it some power. Still works. I just kind of like that it just has the headlights and crap. But anyways, on to the next one. Alright, so this next one also has a headphone warning too. It's, correct me if I get this wrong, like an RS4 or something. It's also a Union Pacific one, so it's like one of the first Union Pacific engines. Actually, the first Union Pacific engine in my collection. Not the first piece of Union Pacific rolling stock, since I have that caboose in that boxcar right there. But it is the first Union Pacific engine. But anyways, enough yakking. Let's give it some power. But just one more time, headphone warning. This thing sounds like a NASCAR. Like, legit, just listen to it. I mean, it was like $5, so it's reasonable. It just tends to shake a lot, too, for some reason. Anyways, on to the next and final one. And last, on certainly but not least, is probably one of my favorites. Let me turn on the light switch and get some of that. Got the nice little roller bearings. I actually gave this tender metallic wheels since it just had like the dull black plastic wheels. I actually gave it some metallic wheels for a little bit of realism. Anyways, just give it some power. These roller bearings really make it smooth. I really like them. The reason I don't really run this in a lot of trains, I mean, I still like to run trains behind it, is because this thing actually wheel slips. Like, for some reason, the people who made this, like, the wheels are, like, too slippery somehow, and, like, the wheels will slip if I put, like, all of these cars, including these, and those over there behind it. Oh, wait, those. But, yeah, that one's, now we'll get a little tour of the layout since, yeah, since it's changed a lot, so I'll just give it a little tour. I'll also set up a train to go around, too. Just like I said before, we were going to set up a little train, and I just did that. So, yeah, we can just get onto a tour of the layout. Obviously, the middle has changed a lot. I'm not trying to make it realistic. I'm just trying to put some stuff inside of it. But, yeah, we'll get a tour as the train goes by. I'll have to wait for it to get back over there, though. But, yeah, this I'm going to get a switch for. I'm going to make it connect it to the main line. Then I'll, like, go off, and I'll set... You can set, like, these cars out to, like, this little factory. So that'll be kind of a cool idea. Got this house right here, and they'll be waking up at 2 a.m. because there's going to be a train going by every single night. Well, not every single night, but gotta get the point. I moved that engine from there to here. Got a few other buildings, got some freight cars. But yeah, let's let the train go around, then like we'll move with the train as like the layout when we go around the layout. Cause I've came up with some cool stuff. So here comes the local manifest. Did it long hood forward because it just GP15s look good like that. And we start right here at this railroad crossing. Crank up the speed a little. Go by Pikesville Station. Pass by the O-scale track along with the other locomotives that we just tested earlier. So look at that consist. Going by the snowy biome on this edge of the layout. Nice little transition from warm to cold, warm to cooler or something. Then we go by Cedar Hill, which is like a little small town right here. Going by the construction site for the switch. Then kind of get a good view of that parking lot. It's like the office. Yeah, you got this little junction right here. Going over the railroad crossing. Got going by a station. Likes up these people. These poor people. I feel bad for the people who have to live there. I mean, I'd live there, honestly. Goes by his factory, kind of a close little clearing. Motorhome right there. Goes alongside the freeway right there. Goes alongside my El Toro Locos, which I just have lined up right here. And back on to where we were. Yeah, I want to try and add some more, like, shortcuts. Like, I had, like, a track right here, and I'll park a train right here. But, yeah.
Are you in it?
No, I'm not yet. Yeah, this is my friend Ethan. But, yeah, we're going to do something funny at the end of the video in here in a second. So, well, folks, JCK395. Peace out, guys. Nah, really, I didn't know that.
And this is a bathroom. And this
Yeah, he is.
is the electric room.
LeBron James. Well, folks, that's going to be it for today's video. Hopefully you like that funny part at the end, so just make sure to like and subscribe for more stuff like this. Anyways, JSK395. Peace out, guys.